When I turned 30, I toured around Italy in my camper van, cooking everywhere I went. I did some amazing things which changed my life forever, and I'll never forget it. Thanks to FOODTUBE, I can now share these things with you guys, and I'm really excited. So there I was, living with the monks in a monastery when I got asked to cook for a very special guest, the Pope's right-hand man. Stasera? Wow. I had no idea what he'd be like, but there was loads of lovely fruit around, so I decided to make something deliciously sweet. So I'm doing an almond tart with cherries, an almond tart with peaches, and also you can do it with figs, you can do it with apricots, you know what I mean? So it's almond tarts, or you can call it Frangipane if you want, is one of those sort of fantastic recipes. About 250 grams of almonds. Instead of using like plain flour, they use nuts finely ground to flour, so you've got a nut flour. So you've got 250 grams of almonds. We're going to have 250 grams, this is a 500 gram pack, of butter. And you want about 250 grams of sugar and 2 eggs. I mean, it's dead simple to remember. 250, 250, 250, 2 eggs. That's essentially the base of your recipe. And then the sort of seeds of 1 vanilla pod in with the butter and the sugar. Orange zest, you don't have to do it, but I just think it gives it, oh, what's that? And I love that, what's that? You know, it's nice to keep people thinking when they're eating stuff. Give it a good old beating, and a little swig of Vinsanto, which the monks are sort of famous for using anyway. Just like a couple of tablespoons, and just stir it in. That'll kind of help the butter and the sugar mix. Wonderful, it almost smells like sherry at Christmas, doesn't it? You know, this is how they used to make cakes before you had mixers, you know? Right, so now I've creamed this, I'm gonna go in with 2 eggs. That's what's gonna bind the mixture. That's what's gonna give it a little bit of lift. That's what's gonna help it be light. What I'm gonna do now is put in my almonds, like this, and just a tiny bit of flour, a good tablespoon, about 50 grams, 50, 60 grams. It just stops the oil from just going out. And of course, the oil's a flavour as well, so we want to kind of keep the cake, you know? And that is my almond tart, basically. That's the mix. Right, so I've got 2 tart shells, baked blind, which means they've been cooked for 10 minutes, and I'm going to now fill it with the Frangipane. You want to sort of fill it up just under the level of the lip, because it will expand when it's cooking, and then when it comes out the oven, it will decrease again. Right, so you could cook them just as they are now, and they'd be delicious, absolutely delicious. I got some beautiful stone cherries. Just a little handful of sugar, and it will become like a syrup, and that syrup will become really sort of shiny and beautiful when you cook it. So it's nice and shiny. See how lovely that is? So a little handful, push the cherries out and about a bit. So that's one. Almonds, cherries, wicked combo. Right. Let's do peaches. The truth is, when you're cooking fruit in a tart, in a cake, a little bit of sourness really works in your favour. You know, sweet and sour, always a little genius little combo. Right, a little bit of sugar with my peaches. You probably think I'm mad. Thyme, peaches and almonds just seem to work. Don't ask me why, sometimes you can't explain everything. Little handful, not too much. And I make 2 more, 4 tarts, that's enough, innit? They run out, it's a good sign. Good luck, please don't cook badly, please kiss, 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 loads of love. When the big man and all the guests arrived, I was still crossing my fingers in the kitchen. Which way do I go? My beautiful tarts were just right, but I was still nervous. I'd never cooked for the Vatican royalty before. You're a good man, my arm was just about to fall off. Okay. I just found out this table is one of the oldest things in the world. I'm a bit worried it's going to fall down. For me, my motivation was to cook this for the monks, you know, it's their bash, you know. So I'll be excited to see what they think. But since then, like the Pope's secretary, which is like, I think is his number 2, so pretty important bloke. He's going to come and have a little nibble.
Eminenza, Jamie?
Piacere, Eminenza.
Okay.
Sì.
Cherries.
Would you like a little slice?
Please. È fatto appena,
It's cooked quite well, actually. It might be a little warm. I haven't spat it out yet. It's got nicely cooked pastry. Fingers crossed.
Molto buono, veramente eccellente.
Grazie mille. Mi è molto contenta.
Un gusto ottimo.
Oh, grazie mille. Grazie. Molto contenta. He said it was absolutely fantastic, beautiful. Must have been all that praying I did today.
Molto buono.
Mi è molto contenta. If you like this recipe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much.